The journey of your favorite house pet, from the wild to your home. According to a 2017 survey conducted by the American Pet Products Association, 68% of U.S. households, or about 85 million families in the United States, own a pet. This is illustrated by this bar graph. Now, if you find yourself in the blue part of the graph, meaning that you do own a pet in the United States, against the green graph, meaning you do not own a pet in the United States, then I'm sure you've asked yourself a million questions about your furry, feathery, or scaly pet. Including these questions cover topics like habitat, common habits, and diet. However, we seldom ask ourselves, where did our favorite pets originate from? And in some cases, which previous species did they evolve from? Today we will look at the origination of 3 common household pets, including hamsters, the mighty betta fish, and ferrets. First, we will look at where the domesticated hamster originates from. The first hamsters were discovered in Syria in 1839 by zoologist George Robert Waterhouse, but were later also found in Greece, Romania, Belgium, and northern China. Waterhouse named the newly found rodent Mesocretus auratus, meaning golden hair. In the wild, hamsters like to live in warm, dry climates, including sand dunes and the edges of deserts. If found in a colder climate, hamsters will actually hibernate during the cooler seasons. Hamsters are also nocturnal, meaning they sleep during the day. Thus, in the wild, hamsters dig tunnels and burrows to escape the daylight. Hamsters were first brought to the United States in 1936 from a behavioral lab in Jerusalem, where they were reported to be friendly and full of character. These were some of the first domesticated hamsters kept as pets. According to an article published by Live Science in 2017, there are now currently 24 known species of hamsters that come in a wide array of varying colors and sizes. Out of all these species, to this day, the Syrian hamster, also referred to as the golden hamster, is the most popular species of hamster kept as a pet. This little guy here is a dwarf hamster, known for their small size compared to the golden or Syrian hamster, and this has been achieved through generations of selective breeding, wanting them to be smaller and cuter. Thank you. Next, we will look at where the freshwater betta fish emerges from. Betta fish, which is actually pronounced betta fish, were first discovered in Thailand, then called Siam, over 150 years ago. Children in Thailand found these fish in rice paddies, ditches, and shallow pools. They would place these fish together to watch them spar, thus earning them the name Siamese fighting fish. Currently, betta fish are called placots in Thailand, which means biting fish. At one point, these fish were so popular, the king of Siam placed a tax on their value. Bettas were first imported to France and Germany in the 1880s. And were eventually brought to the United States in 1910 due to their popularity and entertainment factor. The genus Betta contains more than 73 recognized species, but the most common betta fish as a pet is Betta splendens, which means beautiful warrior. Wild betta fish are a dull grayish-green color with short fins, which is completely contradictory to the vividly colored long-fin betta fish we know of today. This difference was achieved through generations of selective breeding. Now that we've learned where hamsters and betta fish originate from, let's discuss where the household ferret arose from. European ferrets, also scientifically known as Muscella praetorus furo, are sometimes called polecats. The first domesticated ferret was found in ancient Greece, where they were used to hunt vermin. The practice then spread across Europe and was mainly used by sailors to control rat populations on ships. European ferrets have now been domesticated for more than 2,500 years, and in some parts of the world are used to hunt rabbits still. The exact date of when European ferrets were first brought to the United States is unknown, but history shows that it was sometime in the 1960s. Black-footed ferrets are native to North America and have been found since the 1700s. However, these are not the same species as the household pet ferret. There are many differences between the two. Pet ferrets, shown at the bottom, have a pink nose as opposed to the black nose of the black-footed ferrets. Pet ferrets, aka European polecats, also have a darker tone to their fur, whereas the black-footed ferret's only dark part is its feet. It's a common misconception that the pet ferret arose from the native North American black-footed ferret, but this is not the case. We went to Syria to find where hamsters originated from. Then we took a look in Thailand to find the mighty betta fish. And finally, we searched into the past of the evolved domesticated pet ferret. So the next time you hang out with your pet, I hope you'll have a greater understanding of the journey its ancestors took to get from the wild into your home. Thank you.